we ended up, I don't know if I should give the number, but
Give the
from
number.
the,
Give the
from the
number.
one transaction from him and his wife, they bought a piece of dirt from me in Desert Mountain Community. I introduced them to a builder to build a home, and my commission on that one transaction from my very first time using HomeStack was $60,000.
Wow.
And that's as true as true can be.
If that isn't ROI on your app, I don't know what is.
But 99% of the people who come on HomeStack after I introduce it to them, they're on it all the time. When I got to Arizona in 1996, I didn't know I was going to be a real estate agent. I didn't know I was going to live in this beautiful community. And we found this community by accident and just driving around. And I said, we both said, my husband and I, this is where we want to be. And thanks to real estate and learning about this community, we made it happen.
Some things are meant to be. Linda, why HomeStack to deliver your technology?
Some of my clients, I cannot get them off of whatever other mobile apps are out there, and that's fine if they're comfortable with that. But 99% of the people who come on HomeStack after I introduce it to them, they're on it all the time. I think it's flexible, it's easy, it's not difficult, it's color coded. They can just search around, and we've actually done chats on the app, so it's like an immediate connection that they have with
And
it.
what I think is interesting about what you've done, these are luxury homes in Arizona, and you've basically used the app to really niche down into this community. So tell us a little bit about the community and that accidental run into the community.
Right. Well, the community has 300 acres. There's about 2,100 homes that are completed in this community. There's 7 golf courses, 9 restaurants, fitness, spa, hiking trails, pickleball, tennis, swimming. We have our own private hiking trails. There's about 21 different routes that you can take. So there's something for everybody out here.
It sounds like a dream.
Well, I had another story about 2 years ago. Once again, I offer the app for free. It allows me to ask them some questions without being too invasive. And I basically demonstrate the app for them. And then they say, oh my God, I love that. How do I get it? And so 2 years ago, a gentleman came into one of my open houses, and I had a lot of people there. And I took a few minutes and I discussed it with him. And he goes, and I said, is it okay if I send it to you? He goes, yeah. And I said, all I need is your name, email, and phone number. But I promise you, I do not share this with anybody. It is between us. And he felt very confident with that. So about 2 or 3 months later, he called me and he said, I must tell you, he goes, we went to a lot of open houses when we were visiting Desert Mountain Community, but you were the only one who actually had so much knowledge that you were sharing with us. And I started using the app, which I knew he did. Of course, we can see what they're doing. And he said, I would like to hire you for us to buy a home.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about, you just moved to Sayhant, right? You just moved brokerages.
I just moved to Sirhant.
Sirhant.
And that's actually, I just had a shout out from Ryan a couple weeks ago. I'm still new with the company, and I came from a very large brokerage, and everyone was shocked when I did make the move. And even I was shocked when I made the move. Actually, I saw my broker last night at a broker open, and she said, you ever want to come back? I said, a door is always open. So I never close a door. Always leave options open. And I just thought Sirhant had the technology, which I don't always understand, but I'm a little bit older in the market as far as some of the newer agents coming out there. And I thought maybe I needed a little more zip, so to speak, I guess you could say, a little more something in there. And it was really a whim that I decided to move over to Sirhant. And I
Get
think
face to face.
face to face, technology's great, which we can't live without technology today. Technology is great, but we also have to, people want a real person. And the app is just one tool that introduces a potential client to what's around. And obviously it's a great tool. But then bottom line, they need to be able to call me up on the phone or meet with me in person and say, all right, so what's your opinion on this? Or how do you feel about this? Or what can you share with me about whatever the situation is that they're asking about? So one-on-one relationships are really important, and no matter how much technology we have. But the app really, I think, is the starting base. It introduces me to them, and then I see what they're looking at, and it helps me as an agent to understand what they really want.
Yeah, the agent insights seem huge. That's a huge feature to the agent.
The insight part of it is very important to me.